Hey everybody, it's Sunday. It's Sunday morning here in beautiful Central Ohio, but it's like what, 2 p.m. in the UK, Angie Moon?
Yeah, and very cloudy as you can expect. So not a lot of sunshine. Although we had sunshine recently, but that's passed.
It's very cloudy here in the warehouse because the fog machine's going crazy.
I need to get one of those.
You need a fog machine if you're going to do this.
Yeah, I have like one of those lava lamp projectors. I'm like, I should have broken that one out, but it's a little too bright for that.
Is it the oil, like the oil?
Yeah, like the
projector. You got one of those.
Yeah,
I need that. I've got an old one that does it.
Oh, awesome!
But it's kind of faded out. I don't remember back. It must be 25 years old, and it's like this big, and it's like what they would use, like, you know, it's not like the real one, like in the 60s where they would put it on a overhead projector and do it, but it rotates. It's got a rotating wheel.
Yeah, I have one that's a Mathmos, but they have like an Opti Aura one that's a bit more expensive that looks really cool. I wanted to get that one, but it was above my budget, so I just got the cheaper one, but I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah, it works. Well, this one's old. I keep having to change the bulb in it like every now and I haven't turned it on lately. I should turn it on today. All right, cool. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome everybody here today. I want to welcome Angie today. We are celebrating the band, the Chocolate Watchband, and all this show is about is to celebrate these 60s bands and hopefully turn you on to stuff. Angie picked this one, and I thought, well, shit, who is talking Chocolate Watchband? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are here in the warehouse. Let's see if anybody's left any. Cretin! Oh my goodness, look at here. Cretin's here already. I know the name of the band, but sadly not the music, and that's exactly why we are here. But Star making an appearance in the morning. She's all about the rock and roll, and she's all about the watch band. Star, did you see, I know we're on a tangent, that's all right. Star, did you see, by the way, that Monday we are doing a show live here on Monday night about Imperial Drag? We're looking at the one and only Imperial Drag album. You want to turn into that because I know you're a big Imperial Drag fan. So there you go. Al's here. We'll get this thing cranked up. Anyway, Chocolate Watchband. Angie, you want to start us out? I mean, you brought this, you know, as part of the co-host of this show, you brought this. What was it about the Chocolate Watchband you wanted to share with everybody? And
I really like the album, The Inner Mystique, but how I first found out about the band was actually through my radio days in university. Mm-hmm. I got a request. So basically it was just like an old school radio station where they had a landline phone. Oh my God, like an artifact from the past. Yeah. And people would call in and request songs. And someone requested the Chocolate Watchband's Let's Talk About Girls. And that's how I first found out about this band. And like one of the things I think is really cool about them is they have like one of their frontmen, because he wasn't always the frontman, was David Aguilar, and he has this very Mick Jagger sounding voice, and you'll hear what I mean when you listen to the songs that he sings in this show.
All right. Well, let's just start out with Let's Talk About Girls. So this is off the debut album, No Way Out, 1967. I think this was also a single, possibly. You know, everything was kind of janky in the 60s, singles on albums, and I can't keep track because they just put things out all over the place. And sometimes you'd have tracks by the band, like we're going to find out, they weren't even called the Chocolate Watch Band. Anyway, let's get started. We have a lot to get through today. Let's Talk About Girls. Here we go, kids.
What's wrong with you? Nothing's wrong, girl. You're feeling so tough. Just one girl for me, and that ain't enough. Ha! I gotta love them all, babe, not just a few. I gotta love them all, girl. That's what I got to do. Oh yeah. Talk about girls. I mean girls. Talk about girls. that little girl there just walking by turns me on when she gives me the eye. There goes another one looking so fine. I won't be happy till I make her mine. I gotta love them all, not just a few. I gotta love them all, baby. That's what I got to do. Oh yeah. Talk about girls. Talk about girls. Talk about girls. Girls that beg for more. Talk about girls. 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 Talk about girls.
See, either that's early psychedelia. Well, we're in 67, so we should be into it. But that I always looked at that song as very garage rock. You know? I dig it. I like it. So hopefully you do all out there as well.
It's got that Sonics type sound, and I'm thinking maybe that was the band that we were going to talk about next is the Sonics. Wouldn't be a bad one to do next.
Sonics would be good. And like we were talking about before the show, that if there's some band that you want us to cover on this show, I mean, we're sticking to the 60s. This is what this is about. It's kind of like the psychedelic attic. I don't know what we still haven't came up. Angie and I still haven't came up with a title for the series or whatever we want to call the show. But
I mean, in a way, I feel like it's like, in a way, the vibe is very Eric Foreman's Basement, but if it were in the 60s, because it's definitely like, the music is just very stoner, so
right.
That's the kind of stuff I'm into.
Sonics would be great, and you know, well,
yay!
Who's talking to Sonics, for crying out loud? All right, so anyway, let's keep going. We have a lot of tracks to get through because
I mean, Pacific Northwest Garage Rock's great, like good stuff. Like that was kind of like it marked kind of an end of an era almost because that stuff like kind of got drowned out by like the British invasion.
Yeah.
It's still interesting to explore, like what kind of sounds were coming out of America while America was kind of finding itself as far as rock and roll.
Mm-hmm. The Sonics, though, were very heavy for the time.
Oh, yeah.
And people, you know, you always say, where's heavy metal? Where did heavy metal stem from? There was, what was it I just read? Something article that was on the internet, and who was it? Was it Sting? No, it wasn't Sting. I can't remember, but they mentioned that they thought that heavy metal, the first heavy metal song possibly might have been Taxman, if you really look at it. And then John Lennon, I think, actually said, well, I think it really started with like Ticket to Ride, even though, or I Feel Fine maybe, because it had the feedback at the beginning.
Yes, I can even imagine in my head.
But I mean, it depends on how you want to look at it. You know, I've always kept saying I thought that the first heavy metal song was Helter Skelter, because what was heavier than that at that time?
And that was a response to the Who's I Can See for Miles, because the Who were like, yeah, we're going to make the loudest rock song. And then the Beatles were like, hold my beer. Let's do this.
Exactly. But you have to admit, if you listen to the Sonics, I'm just saying that stuff was pretty heavy for, you know, early to mid 60s. I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe we should look at the Sonics. That might be good. Cretin's going along with me, maybe Helter Skelter. We're already on a tangent this morning. Anyway, welcome everybody here. I know it's early, but we're going to keep going. Next track we are going to play. Angie, what do we got up next? We've got Are You Going to Be There at the Love-In? I love that.
That's title. Such a 60s title. I mean, Love-Ins, yeah.
I don't know. Let's play it. This is off No Way Out as well from 1967. Chocolate Watchband, ladies and gentlemen.
someone else to sign the laws that gonna govern your fate. You better watch yourself. It might be too late. I gon' be there with a broken heart. I gon' be there when I make my mark. And I love you when I set the spark. When I set that spark that starts to play that puzzle in the soul that can create.
Definitely. Oh yeah. Like that's the thing, the 60s is just so living and dynamic. Like we were all born from each other and like that's how it kind of goes on to like Lego and stuff. That's a really good point. Phil Spector did this a lot, especially even with vocals. Phil Spector did this a lot.
Hold on. All right. All right. Go ahead, Angie. Say what you're going to say. Sorry.
About the studio musicians thing. So Phil Spector would do this a lot in the 60s. Like he did that with like the Ronettes and things like that. Like they would be out on tour and then Ronnie would stay behind. She would be recording vocals. But then he also like had Darlene Love record vocals and then credit them to a different musician. Like that was a trick that Phil Spector did. I think Joe Meek might have even done that too in the 60s. And Joe Meek was kind of like the British Phil Spector. Mm-hmm. In many ways, both good and bad. Absolutely crazy story that's from my book, Crime of the Century, Classic Rock and True Crime.
There you go. Mark, elephant in the room, aren't many album tracks by studio musicians that were recorded while the band was on the road? I don't really know really much. There really is not a lot of information.
There were lots of studio musicians in the 60s. Like a lot of things were done with studio musicians constantly. Like
Mamas and the Papas.
Yeah.
Beach Boys, because the Beach Boys would be out on the road and Brian would be back in the studio putting the records together. Brian didn't want to go out on the road. He had that nervous breakdown in 65, if you remember that. It was too much. So he stayed back and he would put the albums together. And of course, they put together some of the greatest Beach Boys albums ever. Yeah, one of the greatest albums ever made. Yeah, these guys were, they did. I don't know. Well, they were
right
in that
on Sunset
movie.
Strip?
There you go. Yeah. In fact, we're going to listen to a track that
speaking of Strawberry Alarm Clock, there might be something coming to my blog related to them. So keep on the lookout. Watch the space.
Al,
that's
a lot of these
we could do.
Yeah, we could do that. Al, a lot of these bands, they just kind of, you get them all confused.
Foods and colors. It seems like a theme that you see a lot of is colors.
Mm-hmm.
But then also kind of these weird misspellings of words. And I was at a historical costuming event last weekend. And one of the things I saw a lot of was like medieval writings. And they have like interesting spellings of different English words that we know what word that is, but spelled kind of funny with like Y's instead of I's and things like that. And that was a thing that I saw a lot in the 60s. So it really made me think of the whole medieval revival fashion trend. And I'm like, maybe that also had an impact on the way that we spelled words in the 60s, like that medieval influence there. It's really fascinating to me.
Mark, I was just going to say the One Step Beyond album, which we're going to play a track from, does have Angular. I'm going to butcher his name. Dave Aguilar's vocals, but there's Jerry Miller, like Moby Grapes, playing guitar on this track we're going to play. But that record has tons of studio musicians on it. And I think that by that time, I don't know if the Chocolate Watchband was so much a watch band at that point. It was more like,
I think the Inner Mystique had a lot of studio musicians on there. And as always with a 60s band, there is going to be a song with a sitar here. So watch out for that. We're going to have
sitar. We've got to have that on every show. So, all right, what do we have? We have neck. All right, so we are going to go to the Riot on the Sunset Strip soundtrack with the track Don't Need Your Lovin'. So,
and the Standells. I interviewed a member of that band, Tony Valentino, and he told me a whole story about Charles Manson and going to Spawn Ranch, and that's actually mentioned in my book. So, like, he was friends with Dennis Wilson. So those two went to Spawn Ranch and everything. It's a crazy story. And yeah, I talk about it in my book and on my blog. So you can check that out.
My God,
I knew I'd
gotta
find
check
a way
that
to
out.
tie Crime of the Century in here. I knew I would find a way.
I know. There's all kinds of crap going on during this series. So, all right, let's play. We'll keep it moving, ladies and gentlemen. Let us know what you think. Don't Need Your Love and Off the Riot on the Sunset Strip soundtrack. All right, let's do it, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I tried everything to get along with you. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm sick of all your lies, gonna leave you alone. Don't believe I love you, you can count on being alone. 'Cause I don't need your loving anymore. 'Cause I don't want your loving anymore. Well, I tried and I tried everything for you. You left me standing here without you. I'm sick of all your nagging, gonna leave on your own. Don't believe I do it, you can count on being alone. 'Cause I don't want your loving anymore. 'Cause I don't need your loving anymore. No, because I tried on my mind to reach you from behind. I don't want your loving anymore. No. Fine to get along with you. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm sick of all your lies, gonna leave you alone. Don't believe I love you, you can count on being alone. 'Cause I don't need your loving anymore. No, no, I don't want your loving anymore. No, 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 I don't want me. I can't live 'cause of you. I don't want your loving.
I just listened to that track, Angie, and I'm just going, my God, that is heavy for 1967. Am I wrong? How it's just so raw and there's so much energy to it, man.
It has that kind of raw, dirty sound, and I love it.
It's just filthy
Love it.
dirty. I love it. But David's vocals on here, my God, he also wrote this track. Phenomenal. I love it, but oh my gosh, it's so Mick Jagger. God, it might have out Mick Jaggered Mick Jagger.
Like
Throwing
they
it
would
out
have been
there.
a great opening act for the Stones. Like that, they would have been the perfect like 1960s opening act. Like I could picture just Brian Jones era Stones being the headliner, and then these guys opening for him. It would be perfect. Like I really need to write a blog post about like dream kind of like bills like that never happened. That I'm like, why didn't these people open for these people? This would have been
I have
incredible.
no idea. Alan comes in very garage rock, 100%. There's not any psychedelia here. This is total garage rock, but we're going to get pretty psychedelic on this show.
It's the next album that you'll hear.
Next album.
It's great. Oh, I love it. That's my favorite. The Inner Mystique. It's amazing.
So we're going to play. What are we playing? We're playing the Voyage. I'm not even going to pronounce that, Angie.
The
I'll let
Voyage of
you
the
pronounce it.
Trieste, I think. And it's a reference to this vehicle that went to the bottom of the Marianas Trench, like the deepest part of the ocean. So that's what it's referring to.
But this is psychedelia at its best. I will say that.
And I love a
Yep.
good instrumental. This first half, it was very instrumental heavy, not very many vocals, and quite a few just tracks that have no lyrics in them, and it's really good. Like, I think this is the one where they use studio albums on this side with a lot of the instrumentals.
Yeah, I know the electric guitar was played by Sean Tolby. I mean, it's very hippie. It's very hippie. Let's just play it because you've just got, if you don't know this track, you've got to hear this track. This is so good. This is so psychedelic. I am just going to crank up the damn
It's from a
fog
great year of
machine.
music because 68 had a lot of good songs.
Yeah. So everybody just kind of sit around in a circle and hold hands, and here we go. I don't know. That's pretty hippie trippy.
And I think even regardless of who played on it, it doesn't make it any less artistic. It's incredible. It's really good.
Yeah, it's great. I don't have a problem with it, but obviously there's studio musicians on here. It's probably the whole Wrecking Crew is playing on here. But when we compare that to Don't You Need Love, and that's the Chocolate Watchband playing that, obviously. So, but anyway, we got more off this record we're going to play because this is really a great record, and no one really seems to talk about it very much. So let's play another track from it. Let's play, what are we at? Number 4. Is that right? In the Past.
This is going to sound very Moody Blues. I think this is the one that has that kind of, I don't know. Days of Future Past, to our
Yeah.
children's children type sound. Really good stuff.
Guitars are kind of swirling around on this. It's got electric sitar on it. It's kind of, I listen to this and it kind of reminds me the psychedelic, when the Seeds really went psychedelic. It's kind of like that. I do think we need to do the Seeds because, man, there are some really trippy, far out records on the Seeds, in the Seeds catalog. But I think that this is kind of a standout on this record. I don't know. Let's play it. We want to know what you think about this. Let's just keep it moving. Here we go.
Oh, there's that sitar again.
Yeah. The Dukes of Stratosphere. It's kind of like the Dukes.
It's up to you to do the things I want you to. Don't question me, it's gotta be this way. Please, my friend, hear me out before you have to go. It's time you understood, I think you ought to know. Give me another chance, I'll love you more than in the past.
Well, there's a lot of electric sitar on it. Well, if that's not hippie trippy, kids, I don't know what is. I mean, come on. It's still going. What are those things? Oh, God, that is so great. I'm not sure who's singing on this, to be quite honest, Angie.
It's not David Aguilar. That
No.
does not sound like his voice.
That's totally, I have no idea who that is. But I still like it. But
It's really good.
I don't know. It's like, will the real Chocolate Watchband please stand up? It's kind of like the Electric Prunes. Do we know really who was in the Electric Prunes? Do we really? I don't know. This song was originally by the We the People from Florida. Oh, cool.
I'm going to have to listen to that.
It is like the XTC spinoff. Yes, I could tell that the Dukes of Stratosphere definitely listened to this quite a bit, when they did the Dukes albums. XTC just, of course, Andy Partridge and the boys, they love all this stuff. So, yeah, really good. Whether it's the Watch Band or not, I think it's good. Yvonne. Anyway, all right, let's see. Angie, let's see, number 5. We're at track 5. We're still on this record. I'm not like everybody else.
This is my favorite Kinks covers ever. And what I love is they did it better than the Kinks. And as much as I love them, this version's better because it captures that anger, that teenage anger that is in those lyrics. And I think the Kinks definitely redeemed themselves with this song in later live versions. Like the To the Bone version is my favorite, and that one was played in The Sopranos. So if you've seen that show, you've definitely heard that version of the song. But yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite Kinks covers. I think when someone covers a Kinks song, the best versions of it are when they have that punk kind of sound and that angsty kind of sound. And this personifies it perfectly.
All right, let's play it. I'm not sure who's playing on it, but heck, we'll embrace it anyway because it says Chocolate Watchband, so I'm in.
I won't take clothes to the hammer down. I won't smile cause I wear a frown. Once I get going you can't hold me down. Cause once I get started I go to town. I'm not like everybody else. No, I'm not like everybody else. I'm not like everybody else. No, I'm not like everybody else. Cause I don't wanna walk through life like everybody else. I don't wanna live my life like everybody else. I don't wanna sit and cry like everybody else. Cause I'm not like everybody else. No, I'm not like everybody else. Darling, you know that I love you true. Confess all my sins if you want me to. But there's one thing I wanna say to you. If you want to love me my whole life through, I'm not like everybody else. No, I'm not like everybody else. I'm not like everybody else. No, I'm not like everybody else. I don't wanna walk through life like everybody else. I don't wanna live my life like everybody else. I don't wanna sit and cry like everybody else. I'm not like everybody else. 'Cause I'm not like everybody else. Like everybody else. Like everybody else. Like everybody else. Like everybody else.
Same.
Darling, you know that I love you true. Confess all my sins like you want me to. But there's one thing I wanna say to you. If you want to love me my whole life through, I'm not like everybody else. No, I'm not like everybody else. I'm not like everybody else. No, I'm not like everybody else. So I say it, I don't wanna walk through life like everybody else. I don't wanna live my life like everybody else. I don't wanna sit and cry like everybody else. I'm not like everybody else. I'm not like everybody else. 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 No, like everybody
God.
And that
is
song was
some
originally
track.
And that song was originally written for the Animals. Ray Davis wanted Eric Burdon to sing it, but he didn't want to, so that's
I
why
could
Dave
hear-
Davis sang it.
I could hear Eric Burdon singing that so well.
And I like to think that, imagine, this is probably what the Rolling Stones would have sounded like if they were singing this, because of Aguilar's voice.
Cretin said this is one of his top 12 tunes of the Kinks when he did that on his show. Oh my goodness, Cretin. You're giving this some
Good
props.
choice.
And this was a B-side originally. But yeah, this, to me, I think this is the definite version of it. Oh, it just makes this... Nothing wrong with the Kinks version, Angie. but
this is the best version. But then I would say number 2 is To the Bone. I think that just that anger and then the slight change of the lyrics, it's just so good.
There you go. Love the Watchband. Mix it with a little Peanut Butter Conspiracy.
I love the names of these bands.
That Peanut Butter I found that CD. Oh, I bought it for like $2, but the booklet was missing.
Oh no.
Whatever. I'll take it, $2. All right. This is a great Kinks song, Davey. Yeah. Look, DC, ladies and gentlemen, DC Tune Time.
Yes.
Oh, I could hear Eric singing this morning all. DC, yes, everybody's going to gather around DC now. To the Bones was a great send-off, sadly, for the Kinks.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, there's so many other Ray Davis songs that haven't been released, and I'm like so sad about one of them because one of them has kind of like a gay theme in the lyrics, and I'm like so sad that that's not going to be released, and I'm like, oh, I don't even know what the lyrics are.
Yeah, I don't know. This show is setting the tone for the music I'll be listening to. It's going to be a very hippy-dippy day. All right, Star, glad that we had an impact on your day. Garage already had a baby, and they called it Psych. 100%. Yes. All right, that track, killer. Next track, we've got Medication, which is, again, off the Inner Mystique album. Ed Cobb composition, previously recorded by the Standells, ladies and gentlemen. So, David Aguilar is here. Ray Cobb production. I don't know. It sounds like the Watchband. Do you have anything to add about this track, Angie?
Just another great version of this song. I think later on this we're going to do another cover, and it's going to be great.
All right, let's play this. Medication, Chocolate Watchband.
Baby, my medications fell on you. 'Cause she does for me what other girls don't do. She do what a good girl should. She do what she do good. She took me in when my nerves were bad. She treated me good after I'd been had. Other girls keep me on the ride. I'm in a mess and I can't go back. Spend my dough on a great big sack of Dr. Pills. What a sick hypochondriac, popping pills like a maniac, shaken down by a little sack of pills.
Man, that song's short and sweet. Yeah, there's a lot of studio musicians on this stuff, but that's all right. It's still great. A great track. Come on, gotta admit. Mark, why are you laughing about? Oh, the Kinks thing. Yeah, they've been working on it for two decades.
We're getting GTA 6 before a Kinks album. I mean, we got an Oasis reunion before a new Kinks album.
You know what? I heard something about, I don't know if they're going to, do you think that they might play like the Sphere in Las Vegas or?
Who, Oasis?
Possibly. Eddie Trunk was talking about it on his show the other day. But they've been like, I would say next to Taylor Swift, think about it. How they're selling out Wembley. Oh my God, they have to be like one of the biggest bands on the planet. Still.
I wonder if the Smiths were to reunite, would they sell out venues like
Yes.
that? Definitely. I'm like,
I think.
oh man, what I would give to see that. But I know that's not what Morrissey or Marr want.
Well, I'm thinking if they were smart, well, of course, we've lost, what's his name passed away.
Bassist.
Yeah.
Is it Andy Rourke?
Yeah, Andy Rourke. But I don't know. Maybe it's been too long. We needed a Smiths reunion 15 years ago.
I first heard about their music in secondary school, and I was like, oh, wow, this charming man. Wow, this is really good. That jangly guitar. Like, it's got that 60s sort of, sound to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Morrissey was definitely someone who appreciates, the past. Like, just his love of the 50s and the 60s. You see it everywhere in his music. And then literature. Big into literature, that guy.
I wish, though, that they would get back. It's never going to happen. No. Never going to happen. But I'm fine. The Johnny Marr, saw Johnny Marr twice because he toured for his solo records. And I'll tell you, Johnny Marr's just as great as he's ever been. And he's just phenomenal. So go see Johnny Marr if he comes around. Stars saw Oasis at MetLife Stadium. What a great show. I'm sure it was. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Oasis was really big in the UK. They were never quite as big here in the States.
Like a religion here almost, because there were entire
religion.
shops full of Oasis merch everywhere. Like everywhere you look here, there's Oasis merch. Like the Adidas.
But who's bigger though? Angie, you could answer this. Who's bigger, Queen or Oasis? Who is really thought of in the UK as just like royalty, like, in these legacy bands?
I'd almost argue Queen more so because they had much more consistency and quality of their albums, and they had just more output than Oasis by far. Oasis, they shone bright, but then it was just kind of like they faded away.
Yeah.
Like they had just 2 great albums to start with, and then it kind of fell off after that.
And the whole Queen thing is, I think that they were great up to a certain point, but I think everybody in the UK loves their whole catalog. I do not, however.
I like their early stuff, like 73 is when they started, and then to 77. Those 4 years, just incredible.
By the time they got to everybody, I'm not even going to go. Everybody knows I always beat up on the game. I'm not going to go into it today, but I think Jazz was the last great album and then the game, that's where the crack started, Spice Girls. I don't Spice Girls. I don't know. Maybe. I don't think so. All right. Well, that was another tangent. It's always fun to go on tangents here in the Warehouse. We're up to track 7. My goodness. We're doing pretty good. We should be just right on time. All right. Next track. We're still on the Inner Mystique album. We're looking at the track Baby Blue.
One of my favorite Bob Dylan covers. This one's really good. Like a lot of the great Bob Dylan covers are by either the Byrds or Manfred Mann. This is fantastic. Like this one. Wow. Very psychedelic.
And we've got, again, I've never heard so much reverb in my life as there are on the Chocolate Watchband albums. We got Dave. This has got Dave singing on this one. It's eerie, apocalyptic kind of thing. I just say, let's just keep going. I think I started it a little bit. Hold on. I need to back it up. All right, here we go. Baby Blue, Chocolate Watchband. All right, I'm going to keep it moving so we can get everything in. Next track we're going to listen to real quick is I Ain't No Miracle Worker. This was a song by the Brogues.
Don't build your dreams too high. I beg you to remember, I'm just an ordinary guy. I ain't no miracle worker. I do the best that I can.
Spooky, eerie. All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Another track from the Inner Mystique. I like that track, Angie. I know you picked the damn thing. You love it.
We're going to the last album, I think.
Yeah, we're almost to the last album. Now, remember, ladies and gentlemen, how I said that, sometimes these bands would record under another name? We're actually going back in time. This is the track we're going to listen to now is the blues theme. And Angie loves the guitar on this thing. I mean, this is very garage. This was recorded in '66 under the pseudonym The Hogs. And this came out on Hanna-Barbera Records. And it was for the biker film The Wild Angels. So this is a cover of the Dave Allen and the Arrows instrumental. But this is a fuzz guitar city, ladies and gentlemen. Let's play it. I know we're kind of going out of order, but anyway, this is from '66, and this is the Hogs, but it's really the Chocolate Watchband blues theme. Let's play it. Hanna-Barbera. Oh. Yeah, we did. Get out there and ride, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir. Wow. Before we go on, I do want to plug something on Sea of Tranquility at 10 a.m. shortly. Pete Pardo and I ranked the albums of the band Artful Dodgers. So it's power pop heaven. So you want to tune into that after we're done here. Anyway. Angie, what a great track, right?
It's good.
It's good.
Yeah, I love it.
I love it.
Yeah,
Now that is
great.
garage raw. That is garage rock rawness, 100%. So freaking great. All right. Well, our next track, we're going to go to the last album from the Chocolate Watchband before they broke up. Now, who's playing on this? I do believe that Jerry Miller of Moby Grape is playing on this track. We're talking about One Step Beyond from 1969. You do have Dave on vocals, but there's a lot of studio musicians. I think the band was pretty much what the rumor was. Now, I don't know, but it was reported that a lot of the members of the band were banned from the recording due to drug issues. So I don't know. Let's play it, and we'll wrap this show up. Devil's Motorcycle from One Step Beyond. Let's hear it. Here we go. Let us know what you think.
Sing my words for I'm a silver night ghost. I'm lost in time's great trial, and I'm staying on my own tonight. Hotel of happiness, left is right. I've shown myself lost in a half-circle of love. I'm chased by the green woman of green. Tell me what would you say? I was left homeless in sorrow, tracing my footsteps through the great waters of hate. And yesterday's understanding, everything misplaced in time's essence. A beautiful word, repeat roads of all things lost and said in self-pity.
It's just spewing out fog like you would believe.
The cover just reminds me a lot of The Creation. That's what it's making me think of. There's an album by The Creation that looks like that.
Yeah, we're going to do that's what we were doing. We're going to do The Creation next.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot.
Going back to the UK.
Oh, geez. Or maybe we could do this. I'm going to let you pick, Angie. Okay. You've come up with something, and I'm going to go with it. I'll put it all together.
Let's just do the Sonics, because I think that's what people are really looking forward to.
If you guys want the Sonics, we'll do the Sonics. All right. Great job, folks. Nothing better than the Warehouse relative to bringing spotlight to underdog, underappreciated bands. That's what we do here in the Warehouse. Someone has to do it. I'm not all about monetization. God knows you're not going to play a Chocolate Watchband and change the world, but oh my God, fuck, I'm going to disappear. Anyway, all right, so tune in to Sea of Tranquility here in a minute and watch, well, you know, Artful Dodger. Anything you want to add, Angie, before we wrap it up?
I don't know. Just was a pleasure to be back on the show again and sharing more 60s rock music with you guys.
The show just keeps getting foggier and better with each show. All right, everybody. We will see. We hit that 1 hour mark. We will be back in 2 weeks, I think. Are you good for 2 weeks?
Yeah.
All right. The Sonics in 2 weeks. Come back here to the Warehouse at 9 a.m.
I'm trying to think. Maybe next week would be better than 2 weeks from now.
Let's do it next week then.
Yeah.
Hey, Angie, you just tell me when you're ready because I'm crank these things out. We will be back next week. I'll follow up. Just check below. Turn on the notification bell. Just check below and, you know, you'll know if it's coming. So, all right, everybody. Angie, I'll be in touch. I'll see you. Thanks, everybody.